You always have to add yourself to the streams. But this is the program we paid for, Chris. It's actually pretty cool. You go live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube all at the same time, and you see comments. There's no
through this program.
Yeah, it's very simple. And then on Instagram, I just use my phone.
Record?
Yeah, it records it, so it goes live, and then it automatically uploads to all my stuff. So it's really good. Much better use of our $200 a year than the other thing we were using. The analytics, it was cool, but every month it kept showing you the same thing. So no need to pay for that anymore. So guys, where are you watching? Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. What do you have on your mind? Okay, I did a video today where we dissected a protocol, but then before that, I had a Patreon, a one-on-one call with someone from my Patreon VIP group. Go to patreon.com/DanSpera. She pays $10 a month. We get a monthly phone call with her, one-on-one. She's asking me about careers and how to use LinkedIn. And Carla Francisco, you guys are going to be presenting for Topaz Clinical Research in all of its purple glory in March. They're very proud of their purple logo, Topaz Clinical Research. Pull it up on your computer there, Chris.
What am I pulling up?
Just Google Topaz Clinical Research. I want your opinion on their website. Okay. So she was talking about LinkedIn and how she could be using it better. And I told her, look, comment on people's posts.
.com?
Just Google Topaz Clinical Research, but probably .com works. Comment on people's posts.
Is this it? Yeah, that's good.
Go on mine and comment. Go on my live stream and comment. People are going to hit you up in the comments. People are going to start paying attention. You're not doing any of this now to create opportunities for yourself now, although that might happen in a year like 2021. But you're planting the seeds for your future self. So like by 2023, 2024, 2025, okay, that's when you hopefully you have your network growing, and now you're able to lean into your network when you really need something and say, hey guys, I've reached the ceiling with my current employer, or I come across this new opportunity. I need you guys to help. Because that makes a lot more sense. That's real networking, right? And LinkedIn is like a 24/7, 365 conference, basically. All right. So can you talk a little bit about marketing for clinical trials? Yeah, I can. So before that, what do you think about their website?
Looks good.
You like it? Yeah. Chris gives it the thumbs up. The color palette, he says, is extraordinary. Let me know on Instagram your questions, comments. So somebody just put on YouTube. Big ups to YouTube, right? That's like my start. That's my heart. Big up to YouTube. Can you talk a little bit about marketing for clinical trials? So in what context? I mean, marketing for studies, like if you're a site, all right, you've got to have a website. So I have one. You should have social profiles. So you should have an Instagram. You should have a Facebook page. So you could at least run ads on a Facebook page. And then you need to either develop internally a way to create campaigns, advertising campaigns on Facebook and Instagram, or you just need to hire somebody to do that. Or you could partner with vendors. There's a bunch of vendors in the industry, but most of them are really expensive and not that good. So I really prefer that you guys actually find like somebody, like an expert in the Facebook ads from outside of the industry that you can just teach the nuances of research. Marketing for enrolling new participants via social media. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought you meant. So that's what I think you should do. I think you should. Now, that's the advertising, okay? Now you need branding. A lot of people confuse the two things. They think advertising and branding are the same thing. It's not. Advertising, you got to pay money, right, to get attention. Branding is posting content natively on Instagram and on Facebook. When it comes to study participants, those are the places you should be. Instagram and Facebook. Also, let's not forget Craigslist. Okay, just automatic. How often do we post on Craigslist? Like when we're actually recruiting for patients. Like Every week, right?
Yeah, once a week.
Once a week, put on Craigslist. Not gonna cost anything.
No, it does.
So sometimes it does, right? Depending on what section you put it.
They all cost something now.
They all cost something now?
They're like $5.
Okay, $5. My specific question is concerning when you're doing everything right social media using vendors, but still lagging enrollment. What do you do? So you're not doing everything right if you're lagging in enrollment, because just because you're using vendor doesn't mean they're doing the right things, right? So I would start doing grassroots approaches, right?
Good question.
Social media should be second to in-person clinician referrals. You could barely see Chris's head.
Got a question.
Let's move it so we can see Chris.
Well,
Okay.
I don't want to get Topaz in trouble here, but
The maskless one. Marjorie, Chris is wants to talk about your website right now. He loves the color palette.
so is this refer a friend okay?
Refer a friend and you could receive $50. If you refer a new participant and they complete a study, you receive $50. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
I don't know if an IRB would like that or not.
Well, my question will be which IRB?
I think you'd want to get a general approval from an IRB.
Yeah. I've gotten general approvals before. So Chris is saying, Marjorie, maybe you should get if you don't have one already, a general approval for your refer a friend thing. From literally, you could choose any IRB. I actually know a good one in Florida that works with very site friendly. If they ever answer their emails, that's the problem. Can you speak about how can I and where can I take CRA training? Currently working as a CTA. I mean, you're giving me like a softball. CRA Academy. CRA Academy.
Definitely a softball.
If you want to go a little cheaper and faster, CRC Academy. Both of those will get you to the same place. Message me, email me, dan@theclinicaltrialsguru.com. She said, we'll look into that. We can look into that. Please send to us. I will. I'll introduce you. I think you don't. Chris says to be on the safe side, you should. Whatever.
It's an additional compensation to patients already participating in research.
Right.
So I think you would want
Yeah, maybe FDA. Like if the FDA gets a little picky and starts looking at your website, maybe they're gonna say, well, what's this all about? Where's your approvals for this? So be careful for that. Grassroots for sure. Social media is a hit or miss. I absolutely 100% agree with this. What else? Let me know. What else? I've been getting questions. You've been getting questions? You got questions from a client? What are some good questions you've been getting from clients recently, from sites?
I told you about the one from one client.
Oh yeah, that one's too complicated though. Let's go a simpler
I don't
one.
know. Simple question from a client that I've gotten recently.
Yeah.
I got a question from a client about screen failures.
Okay, let's talk about screen failures.
He thought that you got paid a bonus for screen failures.
A bonus?
Yeah.
You will not get paid a bonus for screen failures.
Yeah, I said there's no incentive for this. I explained there's no incentive to the sponsors for paying for screen failures. I said a long time ago, many sponsors, not I would say most, but many sponsors paid for all screen failures, and they found that that worked against them. So now they prefer to pay more on a ratio.
Okay. Ratio.
They'll pay 3 screen failures to every randomization. I said it incentivizes the sites not to have as many screen failures.
Okay.
So it was like a 20-minute conversation.
Can I get your email ID again? Yes, dan@theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Can I get a CRA job without prior training as a registered nurse? As a registered nurse, so normally my answer is no. But as a registered nurse, if you're a BS RN, the answer is maybe. All right. You're the only one. You're the only one that's maybe, by the way. All right. But yes, it gets done, and I think in a year like 2021, you're more likely for that to happen. So CRA job without prior training as a registered nurse. Of course, read the book. Of course, watch the videos. Okay, so the book is The Comprehensive Guide to Clinical Research. Read it. Watch the videos so you at least know when they interview you some of the important things about research. Tips to get a good score for SOCRA exam. I have no idea because I never took it. I've never even seen it besides study a lot. The book, get the book, The Comprehensive Guide to Clinical Research. Matter of fact, we got to go to UPS store and send one out to somebody who won best comment last time.
All right.
We have some here, right?
Yeah.
Should we do a best comment since we're going to
I
go?
don't know where they are.
They got to be somewhere.
They were in the conference room over there. But
We'll find a book. Okay. Best comment today on any platform. Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram gets a free book because we're going out. We're going out to UPS store later today. The purpose of not paying for screen failures is because they want to make sure you pre-screen correctly. That's right. And they don't want to incentivize you to just screen everybody in sight just because there's a fee. Because then there would be businesses built on that business model. Let's just screen everybody and not worry about the study because we can live off of the screen fails. So yeah, as far as the SOCR exam, post a good comment and maybe you'll get the free book. Maybe you'll win the free book. But I would say read the book or listen to the audiobooks, even better. It gives you more context. But just watch videos. Like I deconstruct an intern monitoring visit report, right? But I've never taken the SOCR, so I have no idea what they ask or anything like that. What areas should one focus to move from CRA to CSM? What's CSM? Can you, because that acronym can mean so many different things. Chief Scientific Manager? What does CSM mean, Nikhil, on LinkedIn? I love LinkedIn. 2021 for LinkedIn is going to be unbelievable. Let me get a sip of water before Chris comes back in here. I get a mask break. Mask break. I already had COVID, but I'm being safe, being on the safe side. I try to negotiate the screen fail ratio based on the labs or scales. Some of those are unforeseen. Yeah, exactly. Some of those are unforeseen. All right, here's your free book for best comment. Okay, we're going to the store. We actually need two.
Two?
Well, you don't need it now. This is good. This is like good advertising right now, right? Look at these guys. Look at this guy on the bottom, smiling by a lake. See, this is a happy guy
That's where
right
you
here.
do research, at the lake.
This is a happy dude.
Where you see patients on the lake.
Carla says, I try to negotiate the screen fail ratio based on the labs or scales. Some of those are unforeseen. Absolutely. Oh, CSM means Country Study Manager. Wow.
Right?
He says, what are some ways one should focus on to move from CRA to Country Site Manager?
Oh.
Country Study Manager. I would say this is where generalist comes in handy. You got to learn as much as you can about different therapeutic indications. All right, unless you're talking about just one study manager for a particular, like CNS, then you got to learn nothing but that. You've got to also have some experience being the lead CRA. So some experience reviewing, not just doing the monitoring reports. That's just CRA stuff. Okay. And someone said, I would love the book. I have a BSN in nursing. Post a comment that makes me or Chris laugh or cry, strike some kind of emotion, and you might get a book.
Making me cry. I can't remember the last time I cried. I mean,
Chris cries every day.
every night.
So, Country Study Manager. Besides being a regular CRA, you got to have experience as a lead CRA. It would help if you had some experience as a project manager as well. There's a couple things you got to do. You got to look at it from the perspective of managing the study from the site level. So, project manager, managing budgets, managing CRAs, managing lead CRAs, managing project managers. That's how you get there. Learn the therapeutic indications that you think are important for your company, and then do the tasks that you see the current country study manager currently doing, and go on LinkedIn, because you're on LinkedIn right now. Let me do this for you.
What is the...
Let me pick Romania, because I'm Romanian.
I need a...
Romania country study manager. I'm not even specifying clinical research.
What the hell is a country study manager?
So they're the one in charge from the sponsor of the entire country. Like if we're doing a international study, like the person in Romania, here I found one. I didn't even put research. I put Romania country study manager, Andreea Cristescu. I'm gonna connect with you, manager from GlaxoSmithKline.
What's the difference between a CSM and a PM?
A PM is works underneath this country study manager. Country study manager is like runs everything. You lead CRAs, project managers, sites, everything. Deal with the sponsor.
So it sounds
everything.
like another PM to me.
And at some sites, they don't even. At some sponsors, they don't even have this title. This is what I tell people all the time. This title's usually only at sponsors. Okay, but look, let's see what this local study manager does at Glasgow. So let's see what she posted. 13 years. 13 years as a study manager with the same company. I wish I could share my screen. Her background, 13 years. She was a CRA from 2008 to 2010, and then she became the local country study manager. So I would network with people like that. You can do that. And just ask them straight up. I doubt like they're worried about you competing with them. They're in Romania. I doubt you're Romanian. How did you become a CSM? I'm a CRA. Guys, this is how you network in 2021. Great book. Thank you, Carla.
Has Carla read it?
We need a comment that make us laugh or cry.
Let's see, like Amazon, verified purchaser.
Yeah, Carla, we need to verify that you read it. What do we say on page 36? Can international medical graduate, and Instagram, I'm going to get you guys. I'm going to get you guys right now. Post, I need to see likes on Instagram. We need to wake up the freaking Facebook gods. And your likes will help spread this to the Instagram. Yeah, Zuckerberg's going to start watching.
Is he the Facebook god?
He's the Facebook overlord. Okay, we must follow his rules. So please like hearts, and on all this other stuff. Come on, give me likes. We need these overlords to spread this thing because, like, we're a small audience. We have an engaged audience, but it's small compared to other industries. We need bigger. We need more. Can international? Yeah, Chris, I'm gonna give you this one. Okay. Ready? Wind up in the pitch. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. Mari. Everybody, heart that up. Heart it up. And, well, before I get to the YouTube question, let me go to your 5-hour video is the best thing that happened to me. I wish I win the book today. That's pretty cool. That's pretty. Chris laughed. If we don't laugh again, so far you're winning. Now, if you can make Chris cry, even better. Even better chance. That would be a global study manager. That way they manage studies worldwide. Exactly. Your book, guys, is 2019 or you have a new one? It's 2019. 2019, it's pre-pandemic, but everything still applies in a post-pandemic world because nothing really has changed other than coronavirus and remote monitoring.
We could have discussed remote monitoring more.
Maybe we'll do like a revise, but I don't want to write this again.
Not like that, but it's a pain in the butt just to get everything edited and
we are Mari.
For printing.
Mari, you'll like this. Hey, Chris, you don't even know.
What?
Monica and Judy and Ashley. No, I think it was just Monica and Judy from Latinos in Clinical Research. They said that they are going to rewrite this in Spanish.
Yeah, I was there when they said that.
And we're going to sell it on Amazon under LICR or under Circle. So there we go. Okay, more comments, more likes, more comments. Let's get the Facebook gods on our side. So let's get the favor of the gods. All right, Chris, here's yours. Ready?
Okay.
For the wind up and the pitch, you love utility players. So right now you're pinch hitting.
Okay.
All right, in the seventh. So we're not in the ninth yet. We're in the seventh. Can international medical graduate get into the business? I think the business, they mean clinical research.
Sure.
The answer is yes, Chris. This is a softball. I threw a pitch like this to Chris. Okay. Yes.
Depending on where you're at, though. I mean, if you're in Europe or
We've
something.
hired international medical graduates. They make really good coordinators if they have the right attitude. Don't be the type of
some do not make a
IMG.
good coordinator.
Some do not. With the IMGs, it's never about their knowledge. A lot of times it's about their attitude. So make sure you have a good attitude, because a lot of times when you're a doctor, I get it. You put in a lot of time in your country to become a physician. You don't want to come to the United States and then somebody with a bachelor's, or maybe not even, tells you what to do. Well, it's their business, not yours. Okay, so you've got to have a good attitude,
You gotta leave
receptive
the
attitude.
ego behind.
Exactly. Thank you, Chris. It doesn't mean to be a pushover, but it means don't be difficult. Okay, it's not your site. Now, if you're talking about getting into the business, like you want to start a site, yes. But I still think the best way for you to do that is to go. And by the way, I need to see more likes and hearts. Come on, guys. YouTube, where are you at? Facebook, LinkedIn, we need it. Instagram, we need to heart that up. Okay.
Heart it up.
Heart. There we go. Thank you. Let's give our offering to the gods.
Be a coordinator for a year.
Be a coordinator for a year or two, but 1 year if you're in a rush. Then you're gonna have a better grasp, and not at one of these academic medical centers. Be a coordinator at a clinic near you that's mom and pop, or as close to mom and pop as you can be.
Because you'll handle everything.
You'll handle everything, and you'll be much more pragmatically prepared to start your own site.
Yep.
I'm ready to have this book. Thank you for you. Thank you for you, double S.
What's double S stand for?
I don't know.
S.
Subsphere.
Huh?
Maybe.
Doubt it.
Is there any PhD course available around the globe in clinical research? I'm sure there is. My question would be why.
What will that serve?
What would that serve? I mean, maybe regulatory affairs.
Even then, come on.
Even then, but maybe regulatory affairs, but even that, I think practical, getting your hands dirty, is gonna put you in a better position than a PhD. I finished a PhD. A lot of PhD questions. Oh my god, 3 in a row PhD questions. So, and from different people. So, hold on. Let me go to. Okay, no questions on Instagram. All right. Do you have to be an MD to be a PI? I will have a PhD this year and want to be a PI. So yes, in most studies. No. Wait. In most studies that are in every study that's industry sponsored. Maybe I should have started it that way. Then you don't say no. In every study that's industry sponsored, you have to be a licensed MD in the state that you're going to be a PI in.
That's not true either.
Or a DO.
No. Frankie was a PI for a study.
All right, I take that back. 99.8% of the time. All right, now for PhD.
What'd you say like we say in the book?
I don't remember what we said in the book, but let me finish my thought. In academic research, you could be a PI, because I've seen PhDs, I've seen master's degrees be PI, especially when it comes to like nutrition studies or things that are not necessarily clinical. So, like if you're a PhD in psychology, you could be a PI for a psychology study, but that's not an industry-sponsored study, right? That's going to be NIH or grant. And Chris wants to talk, so
here's my answer.
Give your answer.
The FDA gives no regulation on educational requirements to be a PI. None. No guidance whatsoever. Zero. However, you're not going to find a sponsor for the most part unless you establish a relationship with them, in which they're going to give you a study in which you're not an MD.
Right.
You have to develop a relationship with a sponsor before they would give a non-MD a PI a study in which they're not an MD. You have to develop a relationship. Unless
you're in academia, because I've seen master's degree doing like physical therapy studies, right? But it's just like it's an NIH funded study, or it's a grant given to the university somehow. So they'll have PhDs be the PIs too. But those are different. We're not talking about clinical stuff. All right. If we're talking about medicines, like investigational products, most likely you're going to need an MD, unless, like Chris said, because the FDA never made requirements, still 99.8% of sponsors.
They have to justify who they use. The sponsor has to justify to the FDA why they selected this person to be PI.
Yeah.
So, we can give you an example. Neurocrine, a sponsor we've worked with a lot, did award a study to a non-ND PI, right? But they've worked with this person for many, many years, and this was a phase 4 study. So the drug's already approved. The FDA is going to be less concerned about who's the PI on those studies.
Right. Somebody said we said no in the book.
Right. But
right,
I think
because it's true.
But
it's
we
true.
give an explanation.
Yeah.
And exactly like I just discussed.
So the answer is a hard no for me. But there is like a 0.1% exceptions.
Well, there's more than that. Like the guy in that psychologist in San Diego, he's the PI in like most of his studies, but he's not an MD.
Not anymore. He used to be.
Oh, not anymore.
Yeah, they've gotten stricter on that. And this book was written in 2009, so it's relatively modern. So the answer is still a default no, but with an asterisk, there are cases. It's like a Bigfoot sighting. Okay. Yeah, it's like a Bigfoot sighting. Like you ask me, Bigfoot exists? No, but there's some cases you see. You see like grainy video.
So where's there more sightings, Bigfoots or UFOs?
Could be UFOs is the same thing too.
Okay. Same analogy.
Yeah, that Nua Mua is pretty scary though.
What's that?
We'll talk after. We don't want to go down a rabbit hole in this, but I'll show you video. More PhD stuff. Okay.
Mua? How do you spell Mua?
Hold on. Help me with these questions, then I'll show you this.
I want to see it now.
Gonna take a long time.
My interest.
All right. Well, help me with this PhD question. One more. I finished PhD in developmental biology. I am taking CRA course online. You should have taken mine, but okay. Do you advise me to shift my career to CRA? Yes. If you're taking a course, CRA is a really good. I mean, you're already down that path. But even though you have a PhD in developmental biology, doesn't mean you're going to be hired as a CRA. You're going to have to go study coordinator route or in-house CRA route or trial master file route just to gain some experience before you can do CRA. But yes, you can. Now, in my academy, we give internship experience, real CRA experience to our students. This is why it's been so popular.
Real study.
With the actual real studies, the breast cancer study, and we have 2 COVID studies that we haven't even put interns on yet. Because the breast cancer has been the one in demand from our interns. What is the basic role of basic science student in clinical research?
Huh?
Not sure I understand, but maybe I could guess you're saying why do you need a science background? You don't, but it is preferred. And the reason it's preferred, I mean, it should be obvious. We are in a science field, right? So you got to know things when it comes to certain aspects of a medical condition. You're dealing with clinicians. If you're a CRC or a CRA, they're asking you questions. It's helpful. Plus, like Chris said, the FDA is actually now looking at every CRA's CV that's on a study. And they can ask the sponsor, why did you choose this person to be your CRA? Right?
Yeah.
I'm pointing at Chris. Why, Dan, let's say I'm the sponsor, did you choose this guy here who's Googling about UFOs to be the CRA? Why? I mean, I have to have an answer, right?
Yeah, you're putting me down.
So obviously,
so
obviously, it's better if you're a science background, but it's not a must. Experience trumps all. Let's say it again. Experience trumps all.
Let's not get into politics now.
Let's not get into Trump. It's just a word, okay? Experience conquers all. I need to see some hearts. If I'm making Chris laugh more than you guys, nobody winning this. I'm gonna win this book.
That big is the book.
I have another staff member reading it. Okay, fair enough. Well played, Carlo. Hello, I'm an international medical graduate, and I'm not living in the USA. Is it possible to get a sponsorship visa applying as a clinical research job?
Yeah, I would say you guys get hired in Europe or wherever you're living first. Personally.
Rosario, your former employees used to be sponsored on visa, right? Can you provide some insights on this live stream? I want to see hearts, guys. Instagram, heart that up.
I don't think you're gonna find a sponsor that will hire you. Say, okay, you can move to America.
Didn't you work way back in the days with me? Half of the people there we sponsored on a visa, right? Or you know anything about the process?
No.
Okay, no. Okay. Well, at least say hi to people. I mean, this is Rosario. All right, she's on Instagram Live right now. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? No camera? No camera? Come on, you just recovered from COVID. We're feeling good about ourselves. All three of us here are COVID survivors.
Yes.
All right. So no, I don't have info on visa. Chris probably has the best answer. Can you tell him again?
Well, I'm just guessing. I would think if I were an employer, I wouldn't want to hire you just to ship you off elsewhere. I would want to hire you where you're currently residing.
Right.
And then you could kind of petition me.
That is
I'd
true.
like to move to USA. Would you be willing to sponsor me if I move there?
That is true. I think you have to move first and figure out, okay, who, like, you have a certain period of time to where you can get sponsored, and then you have to hire an attorney, but you have to really go out there and network, prove to the person why they need to hire you, and then going through the sponsorship and all that stuff. I've actually sponsored someone once. I don't remember the process because their lawyer did everything, right? I didn't even know they were not a citizen when I hired them. And then they asked me like 6 months later, hey, can you sponsor me? And I needed her by that point. So I was like, yeah, sure. But I don't know anything about it. So have your lawyer do all the stuff and, we'll take care of it. And that's how it works. But I don't know details. But yeah, thanks for the hearts. We need more hearts. It's getting close to Valentine's Day. I need a heart.
Across the street. What's up?
Lots of interesting activity across the street, guys. Instagram, any questions, comments to make me laugh or cry? Or Chris? You said no in the book. That's right. We went through that already. What is that book you're holding in your hand? Wow. We're going to do like Jack Ma, like the Chinese did with Alibaba founder Jack Ma, and re-educate you. Okay, this is the
He's completely disappeared though.
That's scary. That's scary. We get into UFOs and that if we want to talk. The Comprehensive Guide to Clinical Research, the best book in the industry, in my humble opinion.
It's only like 3.
There's only 3, and 2 are like $100. So this one's good. Your company. I started earlier taking the CRA course. I'm watching all your videos. Thank you so much. Does your academy have CRA online courses? It's all online. thecraacademy.com.
Until we go back to in-person internship.
And the internships are remote, but they're going to be in person again.
Maybe.
Whenever the powers that be say it's okay.
It depends on where we're all living.
We are in California, so we're going to take a longer.
You're moving, I might move, so that might. Who knows what happens?
Yeah, but I'm coming every month, so we can do it. Rosario here to hold down the fort.
Yeah, I don't know.
And yes, we also have the CRC Academy, which is a little cheaper, and you kind of get the same thing. You just don't get that internship on the breast cancer. But Monica's building an internships of her own, but it's not going to be cancer. It's not going to be oncology. Here's somebody says about sponsor. Your company needs to hire you and needs to sponsor for H-1B through attorney. Exactly like I did. But this was 2006 when I did this. All right.
It's kind of expensive too, I think, right?
Yeah. There are questions. Josie Lynn, how's it going? Yay. How can somebody? I gotta focus on Instagram right now. But YouTube, everybody post comments. Come on. How can someone with a certified nursing assistant become a CRA? To be a CRA, it's kind of like the PI and MD thing. You're going to need a bachelor's degree to be a CRA.
You don't have to have one, but like you said, it's the MDDR thing.
The FDA thing is
Sorry,
too many acronyms. To be a CRA, you have to have a bachelor's degree.
You don't have to, but 99.99%.
For all practical purposes, you do.
Yeah.
Okay. Unless you've been a CRA for like 20 years and your grandfathered in, basically. Yeah. Doesn't sound like that's you. Let's see. Are the CRO or sponsors that hire entry-level CRA? Not really, unless you're an RN. Sholape, how's it going? S to the H to the O to the L to the A to the P.
The hell are you
to
going?
the E. This is her name. S.H. How's it going?
It's a lot of dots.
I pray I win this book today. Close Encounter of the Fifth Kind, exactly. Cress Gabriella, my favorite Canadian Polish. Some companies support employees for visa to work abroad. Yes, you can be hired with a visa. Universities will sponsor you. Thank you, Marjorie. Universities. I can't wait to meet you in person, Dan, Chris, and all the team members. Wale, we love you, CRA Academy alumni. By the way, I want to see your monitoring report. Okay, what's going on? Or maybe I did your CV already. Being student is easy way to get visa. There you go. Look, Instagram knows what's up. Instagram, you got to throw so many hearts at this because you guys know what's up. Getting close to Valentine's Day, that's funny. It's near and dear to my heart. You have been a blessing to a lot of people trying to get into the industry. Thank you so much. I want to switch career from financial sector to CRA. Any tips on how to pass interviews? I have a BSc. So you got to know your stuff. If you're going to go interview, you got to know, you got to research the company.
Speak the industry speak.
Yeah, research the company. Know what they do, first of all. So if it's a site, remember when we used to interview people here? Like now we have staff. But when we used to interview people, okay, and we're probably gonna have to do this again. It's very clear on our website what kind of studies we did. 1 out of every 2 people.
I don't think that much.
Okay.
I say 1 out of every 2 knew what we did. I don't think it was that high.
Okay, 3 out of 4 did not know what we did.
There you go.
That means 1 out of 4 knew. Hey, they took the time to research where they're going to be interviewing and say, oh, they do psychiatry.
Yep.
I better learn a little bit about psychiatry, or at least Google some studies on Google Scholar.
I don't think any of them did that, but
or
there was 1 in 4
clinicaltrials.gov.
who knew the studies we did.
All right, so you got to know the company, know what they do, put yourself in their shoes. So easiest way to do that is watch my videos, because I put myself on purpose in the shoes of a job seeker, in the shoes of a CRA, in the shoes of a site owner, in the shoes of a coordinator, and I try to switch, back and forth. So what do you want to say? So,
I think you need to be able to speak the industry speak. If they ask you,
that too.
What is a 1572, you need to be versed in this.
The 5-hour video, the book, the audio book is underrated. The audio book is the way to go, because it's us reading this, but then every sentence we stop and we talk.
Well, you're exaggerating.
Every 2 sentences.
Every concept.
That's right.
Not every sentence.
How much is your CRA Academy? CRA Academy is $5,000. CRC Academy is $3,000. Love all this activity on social. This is great. Thank you, Marjorie. I can't wait till March when you're hosting our Latinos in Clinical Research. I sent to Jeslyn and Monica and completing the rest currently. Okay, send it to me. Send it to me also, okay? And then send me your CV if I haven't done it. Chris wanted me to send to Jeslyn and Monica. Do you? Yes, please copy me, because
what I want?
The monitoring reports for our students.
Oh, yeah.
I just take care of it now. Your videos are the best ever on YouTube.
Jeslyn doesn't do them anymore?
She got kind of busy. She helps, but she got kind of busy with the clients that we know.
Okay.
Thanks for the interview tips. Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. So, if I get a green card and I'm an international medical graduate, how easy or hard could be getting a job as clinical researcher? Can I live by myself with those incomes? Your best bet is a study coordinator. Universities will sponsor you. Universities sponsor a lot of foreign doctors. So try a university. Normally I'm against working for academia, but in your case probably it works in your favor. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm a clinical document specialist. Thanks for the great book and knowledge to make it happen, Dan and Chris. Thank you, Rebecca. You know what? I've never interviewed a clinical document specialist. Would love to interview you on the podcast. Really appreciate that. Thank you for the kind words. Please talk about gaining trust with legally authorized representatives during remote informed consent process. I would love to win the book. Chris, all you, man.
I came in at the end of that. What's the question?
Please talk about gaining trust with legally authorized representatives during a remote informed consent process.
I have
It's tough.
I have no experience.
Okay, how about in person? Because it's not gonna be any different in person or remote. LARs, you've dealt with LARs, right?
A little. So it really boils down to developing a relationship with the LAR. So I would say that's more akin to a physician for the most part. So let's take a site, for example, in which there's a private practice there as well. It's much easier in that sense because the physician, who I assume is going to be the PI, kind of has already developed this relationship with family members or whoever the LAR is. So that's probably pretty easy there. But if you're talking kind of no background whatsoever with this person, I have no idea how you go about developing that relationship just on the fly.
Yeah, gaining trust with the LAR, like it would help if you had the clinician there to talk. They're gonna talk about, they're gonna read. Here's what's gonna happen. They're gonna go through the informed consent. The patient's usually, easier to deal with than family or LAR. So the family's gonna be hyper vigilant and go through all the risks and say, look at this, 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 this. I don't know about this. So it's helpful if you have a clinician there, all right, who can help address those concerns. Or maybe the coordinator this is why international medical graduates come in handy.
Sure.
This is exactly why I hope you're still watching about the IMG, because this is a real world problem asked by a real world researcher that needs real world solutions.
I think just being able to provide, like Dan's saying, whatever information you can to alleviate any concerns is probably the best you can do. If it's just you've never spoke to this person before, I mean, just make sure you're prepared to answer whatever questions they have. Outside of that, I mean, it's really making them comfortable with the study. And, they're putting their parent or whoever they're overseeing into the study.
Every time you hold the book, I stretch my arm to the screen thinking you're handing it over to me. Elbow cough.
Elbow cough? What?
Yeah. Every time you hold the book, I stretch my arm to the screen thinking you are handing it over to me. Elbow cough.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, look, thank you. This book is like worth its weight in gold.
Really?
I don't know. That'd be a lot of gold.
Yeah,
well,
no, I want that.
Couple bullions. So do you have a favorite comment?
A favorite comment?
Or is it still time?
I think Ike's here.
Ike is here. Perfect. We're going to end this with Ike saying hi.
I'll put my mask on him so he's not.
Let's end this with Ike saying hi. Throw in any questions for Ike. Okay. He's a senior CRA. He's coming here to be a client.
He's a senior CRA? I didn't know that.
Or I don't know if senior. These days, everyone's senior. Throw questions for
You must be
Ike.
Ike.
Come on back. We're going to end this live stream. Throw your questions in there. How's it going, man?
Are you on a video?
Yeah, we're doing a live stream, but people
hi.
have questions for you.
For you?
For you. How's it going, man?
Very good.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you.
Too.
Show them your face, man. You want to be on camera? No? Okay. No.
I can say hi to them.
Okay. He's gonna say hi.
You
We're gonna go. We have to go meet with Ike.
Let me grab you a shirt.
Chris, you pick a comment. I think the favorite comment was.
You don't want to be on camera. Stay out there.
I think the favorite comment was the book changed my life. Okay. I'm gonna find who that was, and you get a book. And thank you guys so much for watching. Gonna see you again on Wednesday. I'm coming at you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on live streams. Okay. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on these live streams. And bring your questions. Okay. So far, I don't have a set time yet. It's gonna be when I have time. But every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I plan a live stream. So thank you guys. It really means a lot to me. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share, comment, heart, everything.
You won't be on camera.
Until Wednesday, I'll see you later.